Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a makeup brush cleaning tutorial using something super cheap, and it's a process that is really easy. I had posed this question on social media, both on Snapchat and Instagram, to see if you guys had wanted to see something like that, because I did get a few private messages requesting it and then fielded it out to the rest of you. It got a really great response. All of you wanted to see it, and you're gonna laugh because it is so cheap and so easy. So I am going to show you that routine, so if you are interested, just keep on watching. And for those of you that want to keep up to date with me, what's going on, if you just want to get to know me a little bit better, and of course I would love to get to know you, then make sure you are following me on all of my social media. I will link the handle somewhere here in the picture for you to find, and I'll also have it in the description box down below. Okay, so for this video we're gonna need a couple of things. Number one, you are going to need your makeup brushes. This is just a small portion of mine here. I'm gonna start with some of my fluffy brushes for this that I use all the time. You can see my brushes are looking pretty dingy. They've got all the makeup on the tips there. So I always like to start with a section of brushes at the time. I'm going to move on to my face brushes and kabuki brushes and all the rest of it afterwards. All right, so in addition, you are also going to need a cloth of some kind or a towel of some kind. You're gonna be setting the brushes on here when they are wet, just to keep them flat when they're drying, because you don't wanna get it all over the counter, and you need to have them reshaped and laying flat afterwards to dry properly. My big secret is, ta-da! Jergens hand soap lotion. You can either pick up makeup remover from actual companies. This one is from Real Techniques. This is $11, which actually is not that bad. But I know MAC and like other brands that you can find at Sephora for brush cleaner will run anywhere between $20 to $30, sometimes even up beyond that. But it really isn't necessary. I've tried the professional brands as well, and really, I just don't like them. And this is a technique that I have been using with this soap in particular for almost 5 or 6 years. It doesn't damage my brushes. It doesn't dry them out. I've had a really great experience with this, and the best part, are you ready? Are you ready? This cost $6 at Staples. And you get 2 liters of it. So it will last you such a long time. It's ridiculous. And the other thing that is optional, and I apologize because this is a bit dirty, for using your makeup brushes, which you'll see in just a second, you can either grab a professional scrubbing mitt. This one clearly is stained from so much love and use on my end. This one is from Sigma. They still sell it. It's around $40 and comes with like a little towelette inside to stick your hand in so it just doesn't get wet. You can see the lid on the Jergens container has this like little spout, and what I'm gonna do is just dip some of this onto the plate like such, and actually that's probably more than what I'll need, but you know, you can see it on there. So I got a big dollop of soap, and that's what we're gonna be using. Okay, so I've just run some lukewarm water. It doesn't have to be too hot, not too cold, just somewhere in the middle. And I'm going to wet the brush, running it over my fingers just to make sure the whole brush is damp. And then I'm going to dip it into that soap, and I'm really going to lather the brush over my fingers, over the grooves of my fingers, just to work in the soap. And you'll see, depending on how dirty the brush is, the soap will turn color. Just to show you all the grit that's coming out, obviously, with the soap. So while I'm doing that, I will run it under the water just to wash off the soap as I go along, and will constantly wring the brush out just to make sure any soap and excess water has gotten out. And I will redo that process a second time and really work up another lather just to make sure the product has come off of the brush. You will notice that any white tip brushes will get stains on them, so although the tip of this brush will still look a little bit brown, I can promise you it is completely clean. It's just white brushes tend to stain a little bit, which is okay. So you can see that I'm just wringing out the brush here. I'm running it over my fingers as I put it through the water just to work it through and make sure there's no excess soap that's been left anywhere in the brush, because that can happen, and you really want to make sure you've gotten the soap out of there. But once it's done, I do squish the brush back into shape, and then I'm going to lie it flat to dry afterwards on the towel that we set aside, and then move on to the next brush. I also wanted to show you using the mitt as well. You can see that it shows the grit on the brush a little bit easier, which is why I love using it so much. It's definitely not a necessary step, but it's great to work the product in just a little bit more, and then you can wring the brush out, shape it once more, and then lay it flat to dry. And that's it, guys. That's how I wash my brushes. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video while you're watching, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the little red subscribe button down below. And if you want to be a part of the notification squad, then also press the little bell that's right beside the subscribe button and you will be notified the second I upload. Other than that, I love you guys and I'll see you soon. See ya.